Hello there, Sagittarius. My name's Frankie, and I'm coming to you from spirits-healing-readings.com, and I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium. I've been doing readings for 27 years now, and what I've done for you, this is for Sagittarius for June of 2016, and what I've done for you is lay 4 cards for the month of June, and I'm going to use the bottom card on the deck for an overall view, and we'll draw an angel card at the end of the reading. Now, you guys are all from Virgo onward are getting all of your readings first, because I lost the sound in all of my videos from Virgo on from last month, and they couldn't be published, so I'm starting with you guys first this month since you lost all of your May things. And let's see, we got a lot of interesting things going on. I'm not an astrologer, so I looked this up for you, Sagittarius, and the top priority of the month for you of June is going to be for issues that revolve around your 7th house, and that is public relations, like your marriage, partnerships, teamwork, like efforts to get partnerships or achieve alliances, and changes in environment, and it's basically about face-to-face relationships and cooperation is what it would mean, like how do I cooperate. And I'm an empath, so when you hear me say I, all of us Sagittariuses are now Frankie for the month of June. And what they're showing me here, and they've been saying to me that we've been having a really tough time. And we know we have a purpose. There's a purpose probably behind all this, but we're trying to pull our strength together to make sure that that which surrounds us is safe and stable and good for us, you know, like if it's a partnership, if it is within our marriages or is within our work partnerships or co-workers or whatever, we're going to be trying to, every time I think about it, I think, you know, I just want to sit down and cry, but I have to remain peaceful and calm and keep all the circumstances in the right flow. It feels as if it's a good month if I have good, you know, partnerships and things like that, you know, but it's a month because the bottom card on the deck is the 6 here of Pentacles, and I've been trying to get the glare off of this for all you guys, but it ain't quite working for me. And the 6 of Pentacles to me is it's a month of giving and receiving. It's a time of our lives where things are going to begin to gel finally. Now, it doesn't mean there's not a few hiccups in here, and like I said, I'm not an astrologer, and I know there's 5 planets supposedly in retrograde while I'm doing this, and obviously Mercury got me really bad with doing all of your videos. But this is a month of having the balance where I have enough coming in that now I'm fulfilling my purpose. So because I have the income finally, the outflow, and I can serve. So there's extra here if I handle everything right. Because, you know, this first card here is what's telling me about how to handle everything right. And it's the 5 of Wands. And when I see this card, I always think, why are these guys like beating each other up? But what it actually feels like is like business competition. In this case, you know, or partnership competition. So if it's a co-worker or a friend or something that we're just not gelling quite yet right, you know, this card's in reverse, and that shows me that I'm going to actually have to stand up for myself, because some of this competition, it's like devaluing me for absolutely no reason. So maybe these fights are just, they're out of balance, because I'm coming into my own now, and it feels as if, and this is going to sound strange, but it's like the farther I come into myself, because we have another reversed card, well, we have 3 reversed cards altogether, and one of these reversed cards is the High Priestess in reverse. And so what it's saying to me is the further I come within my own, perhaps there's a problem around me that can be disrupting partnerships or relationships because of that. Friendships, not friendships, well, they said face-to-face relationships, friendships, co-workers, marriage partnerships, alliances with business partnerships, because of this competitive thing with this 5 of Wands in reverse here going on. And all of us are just trying to keep it simple and, keep things impersonal with my outlook about what's happening around me. Now, I want to keep, up to date. I want to know what's going on. But what I want to do is know what I value inside of me, right? Because that's where I'm coming with this, within my partnerships. So if I'm not getting what I want or what I need within a partnership, perhaps it's time to dissolve it, or perhaps it's time to up the game, like a discussion, a talk, I need this, what do you need? That kind of thing that's going on, because this can be all about face-to-face relationships this month, and it's important to us to keep things simple and keep things in balance, but stand within our strengths at the same time. So, because we have, another card here that's extremely important, and because, what they're saying to me is that it's good to cooperate with others, but in order to cooperate, it doesn't have to be total compromise of my values or whatever. Because I'm coming into a position with the second card that I pulled is the Queen of Pentacles, and she's upright. And that's, male or female. It's a person who's in a position, let's say, of authority that understands right use of money. It's not someone who's stingy, so we're not being stingy with our money, but it's someone who, when they give funds, right, they want to make sure that they see good value for, the outflow. And that's what I'm talking about with the compromise versus the competition, because we do have competition, or we have a few, teed off things that are happening around us here with this upside down wand. And the wand, this 5 of Wands right side up, is still competition. It's just not letting the competition, or the competitive atmosphere, whatever I'm going through, affect my purpose or my strength or change my value, what I value to myself in any way, because I'm in that position with the Pentacle, or the Queen of Pentacles, or I am bringing that to me. Perhaps it's through a different kind of alliance or something like that, but we still have to be strong within ourselves. Sagittarius are very tender good-hearted, giving people. But, look, like they said, this is a time in our lives for cooperation, right? Not total compromise. If we compromise everything that's valuable to us, right, like our purpose, and to give it to others, or our happiness, because others say that's what we're supposed to do, then what do we mean to ourselves? And I'm saying that because of this High Priestess card. You know, normally that's someone who has the moon on their head and knows all the secrets and goes within, a high intuitive, sees everything that's going on around them, right? Understands it but may not spit it all out, right? Maybe keeps the secrets to themselves. But in this case, she's in reverse, and that means that I know something's changing within me, and I'm going to go inside myself and find out where I stand within these face-to-face relationships, and I'm going to think about, you know, how much I need to cooperate or what I need to compromise, you know, without compromising me, because she's in reverse. So if this is something that, you know, my past or whatever, or something that I just went through, you know, I don't want to stand on the sidelines and neglect taking like an action to speak my piece and say how I feel too. Because the next card, the fourth card that we have, is the Three of Swords, and it's in reverse. And when I see this Three of Swords, you think, oh, somebody just stabbed me right through the heart, my heart's broken. But it's in reverse. So you'd think it would mean the opposite, but when I'm touching this card, it actually doesn't feel like the total opposite. It feels like I'm doing the crying, like the purification, boo-hoo-hoo, and I'm taking it too hard when, you know, or I'm saying to myself, what did I do, what did I do, what did I do, when I really didn't do anything. I'm trying to come into the balance of this giving and receiving thing here with finances, and because I'm sitting pretty good in June with finances, I'm capable of doing it. But with this Three of Swords here in reverse, it looks like I'm crying too long over the spilled milk, or I'm taking something ridiculously hard that I kind of knew was coming anyhow, you know, because I am internal with this High Priestess in reverse, so I know something's changing inside of me. When I think about this card, I think that La La Land card, where I'm so far inside myself, people say, like, where are you? I'm talking to you. Where'd you go? You know, what happened? And it's going to feel like this for the whole month, but it's because I've got to get this purpose thing that I'm doing, or where I'm standing in these situations, right, clear within myself. Because this is about my face-to-face relationships, and if something is wrong, you know, or so badly this way, what the little Five of Wands here, sorry about the glared eyes, I got cardboard boxes in my window and it's still not helping. I don't want to lose any of my strength during this. I just don't. So I'm not going to let someone devalue, you know, my efforts or jeopardize me in any way, if it's a career thing, or if it's a relationship thing where partnership is devaluing me, or a friendship is devaluing the work that I'm doing or the effort I'm putting forth, or choosing to be competitive about that, right? I'm not putting myself in that kind of situation. And I'm not going to do anything like dissolve something in anger, and I'm not going to cry over it forever and ever and ever, right? Because I've already known and I've already had my heart broken before. And if it's something, I'm not going to jeopardize anything to do with my career, my, public image, things like that. They're saying, when I choose my alliances and my partnerships well. And when I give or I receive, I choose well. If it's in my hands, I choose the appropriate way to give it, or if I'm taking it, I choose the appropriate way, and I understand all the rules. I stay in my strength. Sagittarius people are very simple. What you see is what you get, right up front. Believe them. And so, but, no, they did a but. Now, if I'm with a client and they say but, I know they're not listening, and what the Spirit's saying to me, but do not underestimate my needs. What's going on inside of me and what I need to have this strong partnership, strong friendships, strong relationships with others, right? So, okay, if we're a little Looney Tunes this month, it is what it is, because we're going internal, because we know there's another step, or the partnership is going to change or elevate through cooperation and that strong sense of purpose. And they said tenderness, right? But peaceful cooperation where I benefit and others benefit because I benefited. If that makes any sense, that's the way they're giving it to me to say for this period. So no fighting, no arguing, what they say, do the Om for the month or whatever, but keep it together and everything will come out fine, because we have these strong situations around us, and we've already did the cry-in, so no use in continuing on with this upside down. We don't want to go past that cry-in stage. Just know where I stand within the situation, and sometimes there can be too much compromise, Sagittarius. Okay? And let's see what the angels have to say here. And no fighting. I don't know why they keep saying that. And no fighting, just peaceful. I'm going forward with my purpose. And when I receive, I give, but I give in an appropriate manner. They're doing this so laid back. I'm featuring that the top priority with this face-to-face thing for the month is going to be to stay in a state of peace when we're faced with crazy. I'm really thinking that because of the way it's coming through. Let's see what the angels have to say to us. Fresh air. That probably means run like the wind, Sagittarius. Stay out of the fight thing here. Let's see if I can read this for you. It says your body needs refreshment from oxygenated air generated by grass and trees and plants and flowers. Spend time outside today, as near to Mother Nature's cradle as possible. Open your curtains and windows to refresh your home as well. Well, if we're ditzy in here, what can bring us more peace than the fresh air thing, if you think about it for a minute? And we're getting back to nature, to stay in that little Zen-like thing while we're doing this cooperation versus total compromise. Well, that's the way they're putting it. And that's a really odd way to talk. Sorry, Sagittarius. It's going to get really interesting, isn't it? Can't find your fresh air thing. Here we go. The angels sent this card to you because you need some fresh air. You've been indoors far too long, and your body and your soul crave oxygen. Open the windows of your home and office to air them out. Then go outside yourself and breathe deeply. If you live in a city, make an escape to the country as soon as possible and breathe some much needed fresh air, and keep plenty of live plants in your house and office to ensure steady circulation of oxygen. And the additional meanings are exercise outdoor, get some sunshine, or travel to a sunny environment. Spend time around trees and plants, reconnect to nature, bring some fresh air into a stale situation or a relationship. Basically, that's what they're saying. It's all about face-to-face relationships, isn't it? Kind of interesting, huh? Don't cry over it. You already know. Put yourself in that position, that state, like while the crazies are going on, because something's coming forward within me this month, and I know it, and I'm evaluating. So if I look like I'm a space cadet, I gotta figure out what's right for me within the relationship, within the competition, or if it's in the workplace, or what I will and won't accept. It's going to be an interesting month, Sagittarius, but it's a time where things are going to get straightened, and in that straightening, it benefits me and it benefits those that are around me also. So it's probably good this way, and the fresh air might help us to go in further internally with this high priestess in reverse, might help us to go further internally while we're deciding what is the next step. And with the Queen of Pentacles, male or female or situation around us, it looks very financial, and where we're going to get, balance within that. It looks like a pretty good month after we get through the very first part of it, but whatever. It'll be a good one. Well, Sagittarius, I want to tell you thanks for all your likes and your shares and subscriptions and all the comments that you write to me. I really enjoy them, and I'm way behind trying to catch up. It's been a little bit hectic to get into my replies for you, but if you want to know more about me, you can go to the website, spirits-healing-readings.com, and the information's down below, I believe, for you. Or if you want to schedule an appointment with me, all of the information's over there on the website. And I thank you for spending all this time with me, and tell me how it works out for you. Bye-bye.